I pulled up to my waterfront property, stunned to see a full-blown party raging on my private beach, a stretch of sand my family had owned for over a century. Kids were darting through the dunes. Adults had pitched tents and fired up grills, and someone was even rigging a portable shower. Trash littered the shore. Plastic cups, chip bags, you name it. Then I spotted the sign near the entrance, stamped with the HOA logo, Private Beach Access for Willow Creek, HOA members only. That's when she approached my car, Melissa, always clutching her tablet, sporting a neon green jacket and that same smug grin like she was the queen of the cul-de-sac. "Melissa, what the hell is this?" I asked, barely keeping my cool. "Oh, you're the guy with the little beach cottage, right?" she chirped like we were old pals. "Good news. The HOA voted to make this beach a community space. It was just sitting there unused, so now it's for everyone." I took a deep breath. She had no clue who she was dealing with. Melissa and her HOA had been pushing boundaries for years, but this was different. It started small, almost comical letters demanding we all install identical mailboxes for some half-baked, modern coastal VYB. Then came the fines. One neighbor got slapped with a penalty for planting roses not on the approved flora list. Another was docked for HOAing too many wind chimes, for God's sake. Melissa's crusade grew bolder by the month. She prowled the neighborhood like a self-appointed sheriff, snapping photos of lawns, writing up violations like she ran a private fiefdom. Once she tried to outlaw bird feeders, claiming they attracted undesirable wildlife and tanked property values. Never mind that some of us enjoyed the sparrows or the smell of fresh-cut grass. None of that mattered to her. She strutted around like she owned the whole zip code. But this wasn't just overreach. This was a full-on invasion of my Landme Beach, private property my family had held since the early 1900s. Melissa must have thought the faded fence and lack of no trespassing signs meant it was up for grabs. Big mistake. Assumptions like that don't just get you embarrassed, they get you sued. And for Melissa, this one was about to cost her everything. The next morning I made some calls. By noon the party was in high gear, barbecues smoking, kids tossing frisbees, music blaring. Melissa stood in the middle of it all, handing out flyers preaching about neighborhood harmony. Then they rolled in, a black SUV, then another, followed by county officials, my lawyer, and the sheriff. One of them approached her. "Melissa Thompson?" She rolled her eyes. "What, here to join the beach bash?" she said with a smirk. The officer didn't crack a smile. "You're being cited for unauthorized use of private property and trespassing. The claims backed by the landowner." Melissa laughed. "This is public space. The HOA has every right to host events on unused land." My lawyer stepped forward, opening a folder. "This beach isn't public. It's part of a private parcel owned by Mr. Carter here. He holds full rights access, usage enforcement." Melissa's face drained of color. "That's impossible. It's right behind my house." I stepped closer, locking eyes with her. "Exactly, Melissa. Because your house is on my land too." The crowd went silent. She froze. "You're lying. You can't own my house." I pulled out the documents. "This entire plot, including 3 adjacent homes, has been in my family since 1947. Your HA built houses here illegally 20 years ago. Now I'm fixing it." The next few weeks were a spectacle. Melissa didn't go quietly, she never would. First, she bombarded the county, city, and even the state with complaints, claiming I was hoarding natural resources from the community as if owning a private beach was a felony. Every complaint was tossed out within days. Then she turned to the HOA board, calling emergency meetings, trying to rally allies. But most members were already jumping ship. No one wanted to sync with her. Still, Melissa kept at it. Late-night emails, angry voicemails, even showing up at neighbors' doors to strategize. It was desperate. When that flopped, she got nasty anonymous letters warning everyone I was a greedy, anti-community tyrant. She tried circulating a petition to reclassify my property as public land. Good luck, Melissa. One morning, I found trash bags dumped at the beach entrance. Another day, someone spray-painted "Share the Coast" on my old dock shed. Wonder who that was. She even called the local news, hoping to spin herself as a VYTIM, some crusader for public access. But when reporters dug deeper and saw the beach was clearly private, legally mine for over 70 years, the story fizzled. Nothing worked. No matter how hard she schemed or twisted the truth, facts don't bend. The court hearing was the final nail. Melissa showed up in head-to-toe green, tablet in hand, hair sprayed into perfection, oversized sunglasses perched like a tiara. She strode in like she owned the courthouse. "Your Honor," she began, voice dripping with drama, "this man is ripping apart our community's soul. He's exploiting legal tricks to steal homes from honest, tax-paying families." The courtroom murmured. My lawyer didn't flinch, was ready. The judge, a no-nonsense woman with gray hair in a tight bun and eyes like ice, peered over her glasses. "Ms. Thompson, you're charged with illegal use of private property, land encroachment, and unauthorized development. This isn't about community feelings. It's about the law." My lawyer handed over our EVY Denke, deeds, survey maps, dated letters, even drone footage of the HOA's illegal beach setups. The judge reviewed it all in silence, then nodded sharply. "The land belongs to the plaintiff. All structures built by the HOA are unlawful. The association's actions have no legal basis." Melissa gasped, her face a mask of shock. "You can't do this. I'm the HOA president." The judge didn't blink. "Not anymore. This court orders all properties on the plaintiff's land vacated. Ms. Thompson, you have 30 days to leave. Noncompliance will bring further consequences." "But this is all I have," Melissa stammered. "I poured my life into that beach house." The judge paused, staring her down. "Maybe you should have thought twice before turning someone else's property into a public playground." Melissa stood there, trembling, mouth flapping like she could conjure a spell to undo it. But there was nothing left to say. The gavel fell. Local news picked up the story. Residents were livid. They trusted Melissa, and she'd screwed them. The HOA held a snap election. Melissa was ousted. I rented the house to a young couple who respect the beach and know exactly who owns it. As for me, I put up a new fence and a polished sign. Private property. Access by permission only. Guess who decides who gets in?